Hi. In this series of mixed media for journaling tutorials, today I will show you how to use my absolutely favorite adhesive product, Finibare Soft Matte Gel. I use this to attach all papers to my journals. Of course I use also glue, but when I want a specific look, I use this one, and it's really easy to use. So here we go. I show you first how they actually look before starting the new one. This is an unfinished part of a journal. I have made only the paste for the pages, and all of the papers here I have attached with this product here, and then used a lot of other stuff, but I will show you. For example, here my last summer's project, junk journal July challenge, I think it was, and it's still unfinished, and it's January now, but someday, next summer maybe. Well, all the papers here are attached with this. For example, this Japanese rice paper that's really soft and fragile. When you use glue, you probably manage to crumble it or rip it or something, but when you used this, it will smoothen out to the actual page. And let me see how this one belongs here. Oh, this is a perfect example. For the pages, I have used only this to attach them, and they look like they belong to the page, and you don't see any shiny bits or anything that shows that they are actually glued together. Oh, there's this middle brown shades pottery piece there that really wants to show off a bit. And the same goes here, almost every page. Attaching dried flowers, they keep really safe in there with this, and so on. You got my point, maybe? That if you have a matte look of natural papers looking like they naturally belong to the page, you use this one. And also I use it kind of securing the papers and prints and old photos and so on with this before I maybe work on them further. So let's begin. My unfinished project. I think I will name it maybe Impressions or something. Well, this stuff is really lovely for using all the old bits and pieces of paper that are often left for other projects. And I have added some tea bags for here too, because I love the shape they use, and some rice paper. Okay, I take my widely loved brush Of course, you can use any size you want, but I find it easier to use a wide brush for this, because then the gel dries relatively quickly, so I need to be quick. And if I used brush like this, it would be much more complicated. But let's start with this one is perfect. Oh, and one more thing, I use my baby wipes. This is a Finnish packet, so I don't look too hard on it. You know baby wipes, you can find them anywhere, but I want always have one in at hand if I manage to, well, make a mess. I take a suitable layer, not too thick but not too thin, you know what I mean, something in between. You will soon find it. And then I add to the page. This paper I actually chose a really hard one. This is so dry and a bit waxy that it holds badly. I forgot that I have been fighting with this paper a lot. But then, if I take, for example, this page from the 1880 something, you can see how nicely it blends there. And this is a nice way to secure the pages together, because I haven't actually stitched or stapled or attached the pages together in any way. So when I do a new journal spread, I simply, you know, in a junk journal that I have made myself, of course, ready-made journals are quite stable. I secure the pages together like this, because then I can work it page by page and decide how thin or thick or whatever the journal I am doing is going to look like. Okay, see how easy it is. Not so bad, and actually quite fast. And as you can see, you can use a lot of different kinds of textures here. And of course, you can only maybe use one or two pieces here and there, and then use the pages in normal way otherwise. But I will show you soon what I mean. Let's see what I choose next. A perfect way to use all the leftovers. Now I have a bit too much stuff on my press because they don't hold. I don't want to use the maybe I need this kind of a treasure. You see, this is actually handwritten paper with ink, and you see how beautifully the stuff goes in there and it doesn't destroy the handwritten text at all. That's one of the reasons I love this stuff so much. Then here I just add these papers. As you see, I'm not planning anything fancy, just showing to you how to use this stuff. Okay, then I might want I add a bit of rice paper. This is a paper that I love to use for typing with my old typewriter, and then add texts to the pages. And do I have, well, I did show you earlier, this is made like that. And do I have anything in here? Because I love how it blends. Oh, I have an unfinished journal there. Do you see it? I don't know if you do. It blends really nicely to the pages. No, I don't find any better examples yet, but you know, this is my first choice for adding some quotes to the paper or journals. I rip suitable piece and then add it to the page, but now I don't start to type anything for you here, but like this. If you heard that desperate voice, it was Mr. Hemingway, our cat, because I closed the door and he really wants to be with me all the time and hates when I close the door, but he also loves all the mixed media stuff, so he would be sitting on top of my journal all the time. Okay, then this is how I kind of soften the pages a bit and kind of blend them together. I don't want to hide that number. Of course I will be using gesso, but it's different when you have the texture in the paper to start with, and then add layers of different kind of mixed media there. So that's why I use different colors, different textures, different anything for the journals. And now I take a bit of tea back. This is the one you can fill yourself, the empty ones. I love these because they are so big compared to the normal ones. And I have actually used it, so there's a little tea, crumbles of tea here and there, and softly adding bits here and there. as you can see, it substance to look really nicely. I love it. It's a shame I'm not a tea person but a coffee person, so I have a constant lack of tea bags. Okay, now I use my heating tool. Of course, I could just leave it like there. You don't need to own this one to use this product. It's just that I want to check the pages behind and where I have put a lady photo, and I don't want to fold this paper before it's almost dry. Now I need to check I haven't glued it together with the other pages. Have I? Of course I have, because no, I haven't. No, I haven't. Great. I normally use paper to protect the sheets behind, but I forgot it. Of course I forgot it when I would actually had me to show you and remind you to do that. Okay, now, okay, I have laid here, and I have there, and I have there. So should I break the... No, it needs to go there. Now I show you, this is a printed image of a lady, and it's printed on with a laser printer, so I don't need to be careful when I use wet materials with this one. So if you are using ink printer, I recommend you to test this soft material for a printed paper piece separately from your journal, and with a piece of paper that you don't mourn a lot if it's going to be destroyed. But I have managed to keep ink printed papers untouched with this too, when I used only one direction, press only in one direction, and be really quick and determinate. But now, because this is a laser print one, I can be a bit more, rough with my brush. I could attach it with glue, but when I use it like this, it really goes smoothly to the page and kind of blends into it, and it projects the actual print. So when I'm adding a gesso or ink or paint or crayons, whatever, on top of it, it projects the print, because this is printed in on a recycled eco paper that's really matte finished, that will absorb everything. So if I accidentally have a bit of gesso on top of the girl photo, I can wipe it off and it will get clean, because there's this protective layer of this stuff behind. But then I can use a bit. And here it is. This is a finished layer of papers using this tuck. I will put this on top so you can see. Soft Matte Gel by Finiper and Prima Marketing. You can use decoupage gel or anything, but this is my choice because, well, with this it's me in charge and this obeys, and that's not the case always with the mediums. So that's because I prefer this one, but obviously you can choose any brand you like. It was easy, wasn't it? Just brush, water, so you can stick your brush there when you don't need it, because when this dries, it dries permanent and holds. So I have destroyed, or actually my darling children have destroyed quite many brushes when they have left them on the table after their wonderful mixed media projects. There is a gap I don't like there, so I will quickly add it. And as you think like this would be a page of your normal journal, and then you have a piece of paper or a tea bag or whatever piece, lace maybe, something you want to actually really have a really good hold and kind of blend into the page you are working with, and that's it. It's there. It isn't that hard, isn't it? And the best part of this gel is that it's matte finished. Look, it's not glossy, it's not it's really completely transparent and unvisible when it's dried perfectly, and it doesn't even affect to the flexibility of the pages at all. So you have no idea there are as massive amounts of this gel as I put in there. But if you would have used glue in there, it would be thicker, it would be sturdier, and probably the edges would stick out. So when you want to do a